When a developer comes into a community, it's essential that they work with the neighbors. Unfortunately, this developer has not done so. There's another development in the neighborhood that has reached that gold standard. They've had meetings with the neighbors, they've talked to the neighbors and meaningfully incorporated their ideas into the plan. This development at McKinley Village does not do that, and it's going to hurt the neighborhood.
I understand that there are adverse impacts, but I also believe, having worked as a planner, that if you want to do something with your property, you may have the right to do that, but if you do not have the right to adversely affect your neighbors. That you have to in some way mitigate that damage.
One of the impacts that seems to be ignored by everyone, especially the Planning Commission, is the crossing over A Street. Yes, the train goes by there and it regularly stops because it's not just a crossing, it's a switch yard. So if that train stops and there's an emergency services will have to go all the way around to the other entrance. That's a huge mistake, and I don't see why it's being dismissed by the Planning Commission and some of the council members who have already said they're going to vote for it.
We support smart growth projects. However, just by a developer merely labeling a project smart growth is not an excuse to construct it poorly. We believe that by adding vehicle access at Alhambra, it would alleviate a lot of the negative traffic impacts to both East Sacramento and Midtown residential neighborhoods.
I'm a retired physician here, a resident of East Sacramento for the past 40 years. This is a bad location for residential development. It will put 1,000 lives at major health risk. There is no denying that, and the studies prove it. Please listen to me and do not rezone this as residential property. It is wrong. Morally, it is wrong.
There will be the loss of a wildlife corridor. The project doesn't mitigate that loss to less than significant.
We're in the middle of a drought. Why are we installing at this point in time almost 50 acres of landscaping? And it's not even forward-thinking landscaping. It doesn't involve our natives.
My concern is with an increase of population in the local school, there's going to be less programs, extracurricular programs, and the children's educational needs will not be met. The majority of East Sacramento families are opposed to this project, and it's not good for the families, it's not good for our neighborhood, and it's not good for the kids.
Why aren't we building things that enhance, that move us forward? This is going the wrong way. McKinley Village doesn't do anything for anyone. It's just taking us back.